What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking. What's up, everyone? We have another great day to do great things and take it to the next level. It's your host, Chris Holmes, as always. But enough about me. I have my lovely and great guest, the People's Champ, possibly by the name of Garry Harrison. but
Yeah.
go ahead and tell a little bit about yourself. We're just gonna have fun about this. I hear you doing a lot of community work.
Oh, yeah, Chris. I try to do good. I'm a retired law enforcement professional of 33 years with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, and I just seen things that I don't like what's going on in my community. So instead of sitting on the couch being retired, I decided to enter into the race for Harris County Commissioner 2 to better serve my community.
And that's well, and I love hearing things like that, especially making an impact and giving back into your community. But let's go ahead and start from the origin. Like, what actually, like, start? I know you mentioned earlier, like, you didn't like some of the things you saw, but tell us a little bit more about yourself, like your humble beginnings, so people get the mask
Oh,
around this
wow. Let me
person is.
see. I'm originally from East Texas, Beaumont,
Mhm.
Texas, and of course, my family moved to Houston. My dad worked with the Department of Labor and moved us to Houston as a youngster, and we settled in the Hiram Clark area. And I went to James Madison High School
Okay, shout
and
out to James Madison
played
High
ball
School.
there and all that good old stuff, and then I, went on to play collegiate football at North Texas State. Uh,
Okay.
got through with that and um, entered into the workforce and had a couple of things on the table, but the sheriff's office called first, so we had work in with the Secret Service and Houston Police Department and some private security companies and but the sheriff's office called first, and that's who I went with.
Sounds like you're a hardworking man, and then you built a lot of relationships, and then engaging with a lot of things. And I'm a big opponent of like working hard to reach your success, and that's what I believe it's all about. So I can just see from the things that you just stated earlier that you are about being disciplined and working hard and just building those connections and continue and go from there. And I think that's very important. But let's get more into the task at hand. What are some of the things that you see that you want to improve yourself, that you experienced throughout your childhood and even up to now that you want to see change? Because I know as you're running, you want to really bring a voice to this.
As a child, I never could. I didn't get a grasp. I guess I was 4 or 5 years old, but I remember seeing my grandparents and my parents really being juvenated around 1965. And I remember distinctly where I'm seeing my grandparents say, we can vote,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I didn't understand then, but I understand now. In reference to what they were talking about, what they were so excited about after, not being able to vote with the suppression of the vote, especially with people of color, and I understand their excitement. Being able to vote with the Voting Rights Act that was passed in '65.
And I'm glad you brought that up. I want you to tell the people the importance of going out and vote because I know with a lot of things going on and let the people know that their voice still matters. So encourage those who probably heard things from outside, sources to keep them encouraged that their voice still matters.
Hey, if it's simple, if your voice does not matter, why would some go to certain extents to not have to silence your voice, to not want you to be able to vote, to make it jump through obstacles and everything for you not to vote? So that tells you in itself that is very important, that your vote matters and your vote brings along change. And some people don't want change, they want the status quo. Hey, this is my little castle. I'm gonna do what I want, and how dare you come in with progressive ideas? How dare you come in thinking different? How dare you want to change the system for the better?
Well,
So they do everything they can to suppress you, to not want you to vote, make it very difficult.
mhm. And if you could tell us, what are the top three things that you are actually moving for right now as you run?
Well, right now, I think we've been so inundated with crime right now. I know police officers. I spent 33 years, over 3 decades doing this, and I understand that a few police officers has gotten the mask a bad rap, and I don't condone some of the bad activities as bad conduct. Uh, but we still here to serve the community, and there are many good officers out there. They risk their life every day for our community to be safe, for you to be safe, for everyone to be safe in their home. Nobody wants to go out shopping and you run the risk of getting jacked because you out trying to shop, because you and work, save your money, did what you need to do to enjoy life, to do what you want to do. Now here comes somebody that wants to take it away from you. At the cost of your life at some point, sometime. So I want to support our police officers. I want to give them the tools, the funding, and the equipment that they need to do their job, because I want to go out and have fun. I don't want to have to worry about me sitting in the Galleria area, sitting on the patio, trying to eat with my homeboys, trying to enjoy stogie something. Then someone comes and jacks you and kills you because you're out enjoying yourself.
Mhm.
I don't want that. So
And no one wants
I'd
that,
have to run.
especially when it comes to families, because like every life is very important, and it is good to have security and much more, so that you can actually enjoy the things of life, and like you were saying with your friends and much more.
Yeah.
So, what is the second thing that you want to improve?
Hey, I like equality. If I have as commissioner and I may have a large area, I don't want my services just to benefit one group of people. I want my services. Harris County Precinct 2 is a multicultural precinct. I want my precinct to serve everyone. I want that equality. I just don't want to just serve one group of people, and that's one of the main things I stand on my platform. I want the equality. I want that, and that's something I'm striving and going to fight for. It's something that I will bring to that precinct.
hmm to add even more to that, what is some experience that you faced that you were like, this needs to be fixed? That way the audience can bridge that that home connection from like your own past experience through this adversity.
Okay, it's areas in the precinct that are food deserts. They are uh, uh, food insecurities. I'm blessed enough. I live not a mile, half a mile away from a grocery store. Some areas in the precinct do not have that. They are absolute food deserts. And I don't know if it's coincident or what, but these are neighborhoods of color that they have to go. They don't have the resources. They don't have just a simple grocery store in their area, so they can go and get good food and get the things they need to carry on that health, to be healthy, instead of having a not so good of a choice in their nutrition, just because of the limits of where they're at.
And I'm a strong believer resources everything into a community. If you look around like different kind of I'll say like areas. And if you look at their resources, especially ones that are well designed, they have all the resources and even more to progress. And you can tell when you're in a certain area because it's like the resources are lacking. And then
Correct.
people have to do like work extra jobs or just do what they can to survive just to make ends
That's
meet.
correct.
And it makes it even harder. And I can definitely understand where you're coming from when that. So resources is definitely a big component.
And another thing I think um, that I think has been neglected, our seniors. We here in the county, we had senior programs and that benefit our seniors. That as you get up in age, you're not able to to get out and about. So when you have a senior program in the community centers, that they look forward, the seniors look forward to going to socialize, to go be with their friends, and in some instances, if they serving food at the community centers, that's the only meal they may get for the day, for that day. And if you cut those programs, or you don't expound on those programs, then we're pulling our community short.
I agree. So, and what's the third one?
Well, that was the third.
Hmm.
Support my seniors.
Gotcha.
I want to
Cool.
support my seniors.
Hmm. And what else do you want to add on? Because I know I was going through the media, because since before this interview, but I want you to take the lead on this. Like, what else did you want to put emphasis on besides those three things?
Well, I like to be more stewards, good stewards of the money. It's the taxpayers' money. We have I think it's things we have to look at in the precinct. Where are we spending our taxpayers' money? What are we doing? Where's the transparency? Where's the accountability? Uh, you can fund certain programs. You can do things. Just I hate to go back just because I'm speaking of good stewardship of monies. Some of our police agencies, they have their budget and they're good stewards of their money. So some of the members of Commissioner Court, when these agencies or these county departments were good stewards of their money, they came in and took that money away from them. Okay, now if they run out of something, or if they have a record patrol car, something they want to replace that patrol car, they had the money in their account where you didn't have to bother the county. They can just take it out of their budget that they have. But now they took that money, so now we have to go through all the bureaucratic mumbo jumbo for them to simply get equipment to do their job when they can just handle that themselves.
And I'm glad that you brought it to that because funding is a very important thing, especially when it comes to the city as well, because those resources, going back to what we were talking about earlier, is needed to actually correctly serve the community. And especially when it comes to the well being and safety of others, because you just don't want to be going around, like you were saying, we were talking about discussing earlier, and not able to enjoy the quality of life.
And then we have projects where a contractor may make a mistake. Just take the bridge, the tollway bridge. Contractor might make a mistake, and that mistake, they want us to come back. They want the taxpayers to pay for correcting their mistake. No, you the contractor. You should have had your engineers. You should have had all that together. You made the mistake. So why are you putting that burden on the taxpayers to correct your error? You should pay for your own mistake.
Hmm. I'm going to add like I guess you can say like a fun question. What would you tell families at home? What can they do to better serve themselves in their own neighborhoods in their own safety? Because I think we have like neighborhood watches and much more, and of course the things that you do play a part. But what can you
I,
tell?
I'll I'll just say get involved. Just don't sit back. You some communities have HOAs. Some, like you said, Chris, have a crime watch. Uh, just be involved. Be informed. Do the research yourself. Like the pastor may tell you in church. I'm just telling you what the Bible says. If you don't believe me, go in and read it for yourself. Do your own research and be involved in your community, and don't be afraid to hold these office holders, accountable. Call their office, ask them, I want to see it. Why are you doing this, or why are you doing that?
And I'm glad you brought that up because my next thing is like, what are some of the, I guess you say, contacts that where people can find this information because they're going to get great value from this interview. But where can they look to find the information so they know who is the source of contact?
uh, all Any of the commissioners in Harris County, they have websites. You can just punch in Harris County Commissioner, whatever precinct you live in, and it'll populate, and you can go and you can find the projects, and things that they have on the table, and you can find out what's the status of those projects. It's public information. You can go
Mhm.
straight to Harris County.
And a lot of people probably didn't even know that kind of information and resources at the palm of their hands. And it goes back to what you were stating earlier, is the lack of information. And I'm glad we're doing this interview so you can tell people like, yes, this is public information. You can reach out and find these things so you can know who to contact so that your
Mm-hmm.
voice can be heard and they don't feel like my voice doesn't matter or I don't know how to reach out to, because and information is everything in my strong belief. And I'm glad you are giving answers to that.
Hey, just I was looking at the voting turnout numbers the other day, and the numbers are real low. We have another week coming up of early voting before March 1st primary. The numbers are low for on the Democratic side. You have to come out and vote if you want change. You want to do have a voice. Use your right. Use your right to vote, and just don't let it go by the wayside,
Hmm.
because voting does make changes.
And to add on to that, what is something you can use from your personal experience where your voice has impacted and made a change either in your life or your community?
I can only think back when I was a commander of the Homeland Security Field Operations Unit. I had an opening come in one of my units, and so I posted the position. People try to get positions through the good old boy system, but who and oh, I think that's a good person, without giving that opportunity, or not without opening that opportunity up to everyone. Because out of agency, maybe with 4,000 people, I'm quite sure it's a talent pool there that just hadn't been tapped. So just expand that opportunity to give to someone. Well, I expanded that opportunity, and a young lady was chosen through a panel interview. And next thing I know, all of a sudden, she's unavailable for transfer. And just so happened that young lady was of color, looked like me and you. But now, since she got chose off that panel interview, now she's not available. And I was just floored by that. And so they come and say, well, since she's not available, we're gonna move on to the second candidate. And I'm like, no, we're not. I said she interviewed, she went through the process just like everyone else. She scored the highest. She's gonna get that position. Well, I don't know when she's gonna be available. I said, I guess I won't fill that position till she's available, because she got that position. Well, I don't know if you can operate like that. Oh, I can, and I will. So when she becomes available, her position will be there. And I caught so much flack and grief over that, and I had to stand fast. And I'm like, no, what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. She won that. She earned it. I'm standing fast. Uh, I'm not opening that position up. She got that. So it took 3 months for her to be released from her present assignment before she can occupy her new position. 3 months. And came up with every excuse, every pay period, came up with every excuse in the world. But she had called me and told me, hey, there are 3 people in my unit getting transferred. What's the hold up on me? So I was interested in that. And so I inquired about it to my higher ranking people. And I'll just have to say, I had my next 2 people above me really steadfast. They backed me, and they went in and they fought, and they said, no, it's not right. Gary's right. And we want to know why she's not available. Well, all of a sudden, before that end of that day, she was able to transfer. Yeah, it's just a miracle how things just open up like that when someone
Exactly.
stands fast and stick to your grounds.
And I want you to even go further on that and tell, like, this is more of encouraging to the people who are listening to this the importance of being patient and standing for what is right, because that a lot of times is not always going to be popular, and you're going to face a lot of
Yes.
backlash and much more.
Oh,
But
they come at you. They come at you then. If you're gonna stand fast, just be prepared because some entities don't like you standing fast and standing for what's right, and they will come after you. So you just have to be aware of that and stay prayed up, and you stand your ground.
mhm. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because faith is very core to a lot of the different things, because you have to believe in the unseen.
Yes, yes.
What is some another thing that you want to bring emphasis on? Because I know we're hitting a lot of great topics. I want to make sure we hit everything and you hit all the points that you would like.
Uh, Only thing I can say is, hey, I am not a politician. I'm new to this. It's a lot of things, a lot of lights that have come on that I'm just amazed in the political world, and it seemed like um, some people, some office holders, it's about me. It's not about the community. It's not about serving the public. It's all about me, and I'm not a politician. I'm a public servant. I've served for over 33 years. I just want to continue and serve in the community because it's not about me. It's about my community. This is the community I live in. The same community I serve is the same community I live in. I don't live somewhere else and drive in to serve my community. I live right here during the freeze. I'm not running to Cancun. I stay right here with everyone else. So I just want to stand fast and continue serving my community in a different capacity, just not in law enforcement, but go head on to the commissioner's office and try to do great things there and benefit the community.
Awesome, and definitely well stated. So, lastly, as we close things out, any last remarks you want to leave, and where can they find you to continue to support this journey that you go through and to reach out and voice of the people?
Hey, there's some great candidates out there. I know that the ballot is long, but do your research on the candidates. Don't go by all the little commercials and all that kind of stuff because you're gonna hear all that in the next coming up week. Television commercials. Do your own research on your candidates, and if you have a questions for them, I'm quite sure they have a website. Look them up, and ask them. I know I'm available. You can. I have what's this Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. I get my messages and I do. Now I'm not gonna guarantee I check them that same day because I am on the campaign trail and my days start early and I'm up late. But I do get the messages, and you can get me at Harrison for HCP2, and that's Twitter at Harrison for HCP2, and same thing on Facebook. It's Harrison for HCP2. You can look me up on Facebook. It's Garry Harrison or Vote Harrison on the website. And if you have a question for me, I'll answer it. I mean, have it. I'm good at it. I tell you exactly what's up. If it's something I can do, I can do it. If it's something I can't, I can't. So I'm not gonna blow smoke up you.
Nice. Well, I loved having you as a guest on Next Level Thinking. It's your host Chris Holmes, always bringing you inspirational stories and also to keep you informed and motivated to continue with your life. It's your host Chris Holmes, and I have my special guest by the name of Garry Harrison. Make sure you support his journey, keep the words going, and remember, take it to the next level. Peace.
All right. Thank you.